Hello, you extraordinary executive women. If you've ever wished you could see into your career future, stay tuned. And then be prepared and prepare yourself, because I'll be whispering one concept that will change your career for the better forever. If you've longed for a winning strategy plan to bring your career possibilities into reality, this podcast is for you. It's gonna get good, I promise. Welcome to Thrive with Nancy. As an executive woman, are you ready for a podcast dedicated exclusively to you? I know you've already done well in your career, and you're up for boosting the results you achieve while enjoying the journey, or you wouldn't be listening to me. And thanks, I'm humbled. Today we'll be taking the lid off your future. My intention is first to share research from well-respected global consulting companies that will open your eyes to future career expectations for a woman executive. And then we'll focus on a driver that will aid you in comfortably stepping into this new space. The stats focus on high-level women positions for two reasons. First, as more women move into the top ranks of organizations, it throws the door wide open for women to expand their level of influence, whatever their position on the org chart. Second, these tips will boost every woman in achieving more power. Yes, you heard me, power. No matter whether you are looking to reach for the stars or you are content with your current position. Ready to break up any limiting beliefs regarding your future? Did you know that the Pew Research Center predicted in 2018 that half of Fortune 500 CEOs will be women before 2030, up from today's meager 41 female CEOs, or 8.8%. Wow! This reputable research organization sees a sweeping upward change for women. And you can grab hold of this unprecedented breakthrough era in business history to craft the career you've always wanted. Yes, there has been a bit of a pandemic downturn, with McKinsey & Company and Lean In's research pointing out that in 2021, women leaders left their companies at the highest rate in years. And the gap between women and men exiting their companies was more significant than in any previous years. Wow. But we've seen that happening, haven't we? So let's be realistic. With the interruption of the pandemic, the parity projection by Pew may be a bit elevated, but there is little doubt that a woman's career future is looking strong, and way better for you, a woman, than for a man. That's newsworthy and worthy of celebrating, isn't it? A KPM study reveals that women today are encountering an improved employment environment as they, and yes, this means you, no longer have to work exclusively in the office to be an executive on the rise. 53% of executive women say their company's culture has changed for the better in a virtual workplace as they experienced increased flexibility of schedules, promotion of wellness and self-care, and more ownership of their work products. Yes, there is hope that the tide in corporate America is turning positive for us. Are you able to take advantage of these career prospects? Still feeling a bit skeptical? Perhaps you're even holding on to the disappointment of working hard yet never achieving the reality of your career dreams. Time to take the lid off your future. Let's take a moment to break up any lingering negative thoughts perhaps you have. Years ago, there was research on fleas. Yes, you got it, fleas. The scientists put a bunch of fleas in a jar. Those fleas just kept jumping out all over the place. Those suckers could jump mightily and never stopped. Finally, a lid was put on the jar. But those soaring fleas kept on jumping and banging into the lid until they didn't. There came a time when those fleas only jumped so high and no higher, My gosh, those fierce, magnificent, bounding fleas limited themselves. They modified their leap to remain safe even when the lid was no longer present. Is there a chance you've unconsciously done this to yourself? Are you ready to expand your career possibilities and take that doggone lid off your career as you leap for all you're worth? Here's the secret I wanted to tell you. Women thrive and their careers soar when they're mentored, whether internally or externally. Why? A survey by Sun Microsystem offers us several reasons for you to take on a mentor for yourself. Here they are. Both mentors and mentees are approximately 20% more likely to get a raise than people who did not participate in the mentoring program. 25% of mentees and 28% of mentors received a raise versus only 5% of managers who were not mentored. Mentored employees were promoted 5 times more often than people who didn't have mentors. And last but not least, those mentoring others were 6 times more likely to have been promoted to a bigger job. Is this giving you any ideas about you mentoring others in your organization? I hope it did. And finally, a survey by CNBC and SurveyMonkey ties the research up in a big bow for us, as they found that 91% of workers with a mentor are satisfied with their job. Yet with all these affirmative statistics out there, DDI reveals 63% of women have never had a formal mentor. What's up with that? Is this you by any chance? You probably already realize I'm a big advocate of developing a mentoring relationship. You ought to be too. Yes, I know statistics only generate a new level of awareness. So now let's drill into a tactic that will have you designing an exceptional mentoring support system specifically to meet your professional aspirations. According to the Center of Workplace Leadership, 71% of Fortune 500 companies have mentoring programs because they pay off in performance, productivity, and innovation improvements. So, if your organization has such a resource, sign up immediately. It's you sending a message that you're interested in your career and your company's future. Not a bad message to send. In addition, a far more impactful approach, to my mind, would be to design your heroine mentor program exclusively to meet your distinctive career ambitions. How? Well, look around your organization and outside to determine who would make the ideal mentors for you by asking yourself, who do I admire? What executive is responsible for the projects interesting to me? Who has a role that is one I've targeted for myself? Does any executive come to mind who previously offered savvy advice to me? Are there any other questions that would help you identify the mentors for you? If you've decided to move forward, I recommend exploring ways to develop mentor relationships with those outside your expertise so that you can achieve a more comprehensive, wider, more in-depth view of the company. Such insights always gives you a leg up and has you being seen as the future of your organization. Yes, it requires boldness on your part. No question about it. But consider the career boost a mentor, especially wider-ranging ones, will bring, not merely for today, but throughout the life of your profession. Isn't it worth stretching yourself a bit? After all, no one knows your heart's desires or values as well as you. So why permit someone else to determine your mentor? You have to know that a woman on the rise wouldn't. I've shared the statistics from our leading business research companies around the globe, disclosing this enormous career gains you can expect in today's new possibility marketplace. And Let's not forget the benefits of proactively stepping up to being mentored, an accomplishment that will permanently improve your career trajectory. No question about it. Has a podcast offered encouragement, hope, and tangible action you can and will seize for yourself? Yippee! I gotta tell you, success. Please know this. All the research in the world won't transform your career without new actions, behaviors, and attitudes on your part. I hope for your sake, you will take them on. Did you receive new ideas that have you prepared to rock and roll in your career? Yes? Then I'd welcome you hitting the like button or subscribe or share this podcast. My hope is that together we can transform not merely your career, but the world's as well. Interested in checking out the Your Strategic Edge coaching program to move your career forward in high gear? I would be honored to explore a partnering relationship with you. Check out the Your Strategic Edge coaching program, which is full of free extras, such as the $125 a month Thrive at Work Mastermind virtual program with other dynamic executive women from around the country at www.thrivewithnancy.com/executive/. If you're interested in talking to me, click the link on the page to schedule a Work Through Your Career Challenges call. I'd love to discuss how together we could achieve all you hope is possible. Remember, no one ever makes it to the top or even arrives at their next career destination alone. I'm thrilled you've listened to the Thrive with Nancy podcast. My intention is to offer quick tips designed for you to apply right away, ones that will boost your career immediately. I bet you're already considering ways to implement these new ideas. Perfect. Now, if you do me a favor, pass the podcast link on to those who will benefit, your friends and coworkers. Thanks so much.